Battle Talent is one of those games that I've always been told to try, but have always put off. I heard all the comparisons to Blade Sorcery and just figured that it was another clone. But boy was I wrong. Shotgun? What do you mean shotgun? Oh my god, there's a shotgun. This game was very obviously inspired by Blade Sorcery, and just like it, the combat is top tier. And dare I say, comparable to that of Blade Sorcery itself. The physics and NPCs aren't as, smooth or dynamic, I guess you would say, as Blade Sorcery's, but I don't really think that matters all that much because I have had so much fun just beating the shit out of skeletons and goblins. No, that's so fucking stupid. The enemies in this game are things like skeletons and ghouls. Things of a more fantastical nature. It's very clearly not going for that semi-realism that Blade Sorcery is. This allows for the game to do some pretty wacky stuff. The best part of this game is, without question, the weapon selection. There's so many cool and unique weapons, like the gun revolver sword. It's a gun sword? That's so cool. Oh my. There's a giant hammer that's not actually a hammer because the hammer is actually a sheath for an energy sword. And there's a crossbow that shoots rockets. And not the kind of rockets that explode, the kind of rockets that propel. And there's, whatever the hell this thing is. Oh. Demonic anal beads. I think being able to download a game, load in, and then pull a revolver on a goblin is one of the best things I've ever done. No need for mods or nothing. This game is wacky and it embraces that. It goes for realism in the physics and the gore. The gore. I just made that guy watch that entire thing. But the game suspends that realism when there's an option for something, unrealistic, that's just plain fun. This game is a lot more challenging than most VR combat games, because you actually need to put effort into things. You can't just... The combat in this game is like a good mix of Hellsplits and Blade Sorceries. But in my opinion, it's not quite as good as either of them. It's like Hellsplit in that the enemies are fast and actually act like there's a brain inside their head. Or, at least sometimes. And it's like Blade Sorcery in that everybody's extremely fragile and extremely fun to kill. Also, this game's movement and parkour systems seem really cool. But there's a lot of running, jumping, and running that I simply cannot do. My stick drift is so horrible I have to move like I'm playing Minecraft, jumping every 3 seconds, if I don't want to move in 3-inch increments. This is me going fully forward. There's nothing in my way. There's nothing in my way. This is just me holding forward. Despite that, I did have a lot of fun doing the parkour trials. I got 1 minute and 20 for the first one, 1 minute and 50 for the second one, and 4.5 minutes for the last one. I got this.
I am a runner. I take my pills. I run ahead of all the people speeding all the trucks and cars. I am a runner. I run these hills. I run the mountains.
If I fail one more time.
Streams and fields of fire. Like you stole it.
I did it.
Some say it's borrowed. You never can count on there being tomorrow. Run like they're chasing, smoking gasoline.
Blue.
The Lord did not intend for there to be men like me.
Oh my god, this looks fun. Is it getting thinner? No. Please. 4.5 minutes. Alright. The reason I finally decided to buy this game is really because of the goblins. When I tried to play Oblivion a few years back at this point, one of the first things I did was use a glitch I saw on TikTok to level my lockpicking to 100. After that, I went into a cave full of goblins, and I noticed that one did a whole bunch of damage. So I just ran past every single goblin all the way until the end of the dungeon. I got the thing I needed, saved, and tried to run back to the entrance. But I couldn't. I would die every single time. The enemies in Oblivion level with you infinitely. So when I leveled my lockpicking to 100, the game assumed that I had done that naturally over a long time. So I would have had good gear and stats. But in reality, I had shit I picked up off bandits and horrible stats cause, I just started. And to put the icing on the cake, I had been overwriting the same save file over and over again throughout my entire save, so my only save was at the end of the dungeon that I couldn't get out of. Eventually I, rage quit and just played Skyrim to cool off. I did get my get back in the remaster, but something about this heals my post-dying in a goblin cave stress syndrome or something. Battle talent is new to the VR melee scene, or at least new compared to the other players. I would say it's the next Blade Sorcery, but I think that's underplaying what battle talent is doing. Maybe it started out that way, but the way they are going and the amount of things they are accomplishing makes battle talent about as unique as a VR melee game can get. The weapons, the enemies, and the art style make this game something I am so happy to see progress, and I'm so disappointed I did not try earlier. Anyways, thanks for watching, and please consider subscribing. If you want to support me and help me get new controllers to get rid of my horrid stick drift, I have channel memberships that you can join for $2.99. I have a Discord server where you can come talk to me about battle talent, VR, or anything that may battle your talent. And again, thank you for watching.
I want that.